Thank you, S. Okay, tonight we've got the theme of autumn. So, autumn is a time of year where the colors are changing and leaves are falling on the ground. It's almost like one of God's metaphors where change is going to bring new things in the months ahead. As you know, we're about to go into winter. California doesn't mean much, but for the rest of the country it does. What changes have you seen in your own life that started with the fall and seemed devastating at the time, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise? And please remember to use the word cornucopia. For that, I'm going to ask Kevin. Come on up.
Kevin!
Have you seen in your own life that started with the fall and seemed devastating, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise? Go ahead.
In 2008, I was working in a small town in Rome, Georgia, for an Italian company that I sort of fell into, in a way. I didn't really go after this job. I was handed it by a friend, a recruiter. And I worked there for 3 years and learned a lot about marketing, events. And I was ready to take on a better role. I was ready to take on a manager role. And my manager just happened to leave and go to Porsche and left open his spot. I said, this is perfect. This is perfect for me right now. I'm ready. I went to my boss and I said, hey, what's going on with that manager role? You want to talk about it? And he waited a couple of days and came back to me, called me in his office and he said, Kevin, we're not going to be able to offer you that job. And I went home that day, I was really upset. I was ready to quit. And about 3 days later, he called me back up and said, I have something else for you. I want you to go to Italy, and I want you to go work in the corporate office. And I want you to have this sick role that is going to allow you to travel the world. And we're going to pay you extra money. We're going to pay you to fly back and forth from the Italy. We're going to pay to teach you Italian. And you're going to follow some of the best world champion motorcycle racers you've ever seen. And you're going to see them in person. You're going to meet with them. And you're going to do it on a global scale. And I said, that sounds like a better plan. So I fell into this job. I fell from the manager role that I thought I was going to have. It turned out not to.
Awesome.
Okay, the fall has a couple of holidays that are some of my favorite. One of those is Halloween. What do you love or dislike about Halloween? And I think our friend Grant is going to have something to say about that. So come on up.
All right, Grant.
Halloween has always been one of my personal favorite seasons of the year. Halloween, there's something special about the atmosphere. Whereas you have Christmas time, you have Easter, it shows appreciation and joy. Whereas Halloween has a certain different vibe. It's either spooky, scary, mysterious. People are dressing up and pretending to be things they aren't. And then also all the horrifying, like horror mazes, not scary from Universal Studios. So personally, for me, my experience, I've enjoyed it. So one of the things I have done in my years past is I would decorate my entire room in in a Halloween decoration. And I had this, every single year I had a huge box, a cornucopia of various Halloween items. And these Halloween items were ranging from like chess pieces that would move by itself, and these paintings and portraits that would interact with you. And I think one of my highlights of the entire year was being able to set up and put up all these decorations all across my room. Naturally, my parents were terrified that I, as an 8-year-old, was decorating my room as like a haunted house. But this was my passion at the time. Eventually, I learned this. Eventually, this passion became something of a hobby of mine. Eventually, I did begin organizing trips and a bunch of other stuff to like visit Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, which I'm going to tomorrow for my birthday, actually. And Knott's Berry Farm. So, thank you.
Okay, according to seasonal patterns of relationships on Facebook profiles, autumn is a time where more singles change their status to in a relationship or engaged than the yearly average. Why do you think this is so? Raquel, come on up.
Yeah.
This topic is one that I should not be asked right now, being that I am single. But I do feel, that autumn, the fall season, is called cuffing season. It is the season when men and women, both alike, get that eerie feeling of being alone. Everyone wants to be cuddled up. And with someone, everyone wants to feel that they are needed and loved by someone. During the autumn season, it gets colder. We don't want to be in our beds alone. We want to cuddle with somebody. In the autumn season, we feel that it's cornucopia time because we're ready to get a little physical and be involved with someone. So, Facebook statuses do change during the autumn season because of that very reason. Men and women are hooking up, meeting each other, enjoying each other's company. Some think they're falling in love, not knowing that it's just cuddle season.
Somehow I knew Raquel would be really nail that one too. Cuddle season, I like it. Okay, during the fall, the gray squirrel, it's catching season for the gray squirrels. So the squirrels go out and they gather hundreds of nuts and seeds and they scatter them all over and they hide them for storage in the winter. What would you do as a human? What would you stash as a human around different places if you had to prepare for the future? How about Mike Sato for that one?
Mike!
If I had a cornucopia of stuff that I wanted to stash somewhere, let me tell you something. A squirrel, an animal about this big with a brain about that big, maybe smaller. That's why they keep forgetting things. They work all day, work all night, gather up all these nuts, and of course they forget where everything is. I am just like a squirrel. I have a stash of things, and I tend to file things or save things chronologically. That is to say, when I use it, and I'm done using it, I tend to throw it on the sofa. So I got stuff like this on the sofa. I got a stash like this against the wall. But I pretty much know where everything is. I do. I had a lady friend. And she came in here, or into my house, and she decided that this was going to be her house. So she cleaned the place up. She completely, totally organized it. It was beautiful, except I could not find squat. I could not find anything. I am still finding stuff that she's stashed away somewhere like a squirrel. What was the question?
Okay, we have time for one more quick brief one, and Thanksgiving is another fall themed holiday that I love. I love eating, I love the turkey and everything. So, what does Thanksgiving mean to you, or in this case with Vishnu? We're going to have Vishnu come on up. We're not going to see him for Thanksgiving on
Vishnu!
American Thanksgiving or some Indian equivalent. Please tell us, what does it mean to you and what do you like about it?
Thanksgiving is all about cornucopia of all the things that we use to celebrate, whether you are from India or whether from wherever that you are from. It's a time for festivities and it's time where we celebrate. And for me, what it means to me is that's my birthday. To me, Thanksgiving is my birthday. Every time when it happens, when everybody celebrates, I don't have to throw an extra party, and I join whether I'm in India or whether I'm in the US. So, one thing I'm really thankful for is every year things are. I'm thankful for something new that happens in my life, and that is an opportunity during the Thanksgiving to share that with your friends and family and celebrate that. So this year I was going to be celebrating the Toastmasters Club because I joined this club and I was going to be part of this club, and what happened now is I'm going to be missing you guys because I'm going to be moving to Chicago next week. So that,
Don't leave us!
yeah, so that's where I'm going to be missing you guys. And while I thought that I will be celebrating the Toastmasters, I'm going to celebrate this new job. At the same time, I want to think about you guys. I will remember each and every one of your friendships and all the things that you did, and I'll be thankful for everything you guys did as Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu, and I speak on behalf of the rest of us that we're very grateful for you too and everything you brought to the club. So that's the end of Toast. So back to